Welcome to the show. We got out here a little late, so I'm just going. I just got one rod rigged up. I'll switch out as we need to, but early morning, it's almost 7 a.m. Sun's not up yet. Before I get into what we're actually doing today, I'm gonna get a little topwater action in. So buckle up and hang on. Let's catch some largemouth bass. Show starts right now. I've covered this whole little corner with the buzzbait. So I'm gonna go right back before I move and hit it with the popper. That may be a little bit bigger fish. I can't get him to turn with this ultralight. Oh, that's a nice little chunk though. Now see what I did. I tried a different area than I did before, and I was trying a different bait, but that bait didn't want to work. This popper is like deadly. I'm not gonna boat flip this one, although I probably could. But that's how I broke this rod already, the other tip. Oh, he's gonna jump. So the first bass of the day, even though I've been throwing a buzzbait, is on a popper. Whoa. That popper is nothing new. You guys should know it by now if you're familiar with the channel. If you're not, that is just an AliExpress popper that is deadly. Let me get my pliers. Oh boy. I gotta hurry up and get on some more fish. And that's what I was thinking. The topwater bite should be deadly because I've watched these fish chase them. They're like, you've heard tactical bass and talk about it, how they'll get the bait fish and they push them up into pockets. Well, they're pushing them up along the banks over here. So you get something that imitates what they're over there chasing into the bank, thrown right along the bank. In the morning, it's topwater. I gotta get this fish unhooked. Oh my goodness. How does he have it? Okay, well, I got that hook out, now the back one's stuck in again. All right, there we go. Nice largemouth bass. I'm not gonna get a pick yet. And he jumped again. So, I don't know, that kind of told me a couple things. They want a popper. So, that's probably what I should just give them. Now, I know even though that was a little fish, and I'm bad about doing this, that's why I'm talking about it right quick. Check everything. Check your hooks, your knot, because this thing, you never know when this thing's going to pull in a monster. Like, you just trust it, you just never know. So everything seems good. Let's keep going. All right, first fish was definitely cool. I'll throw another one. You want to get right up on that bank. Number 2. This drag is definitely too loose still. Go a couple more clicks. That guy ate it. Now you see, I'm gonna see if he'll get off. That buzzbait was just, I think it's just moving too fast. That popper just hesitating. This guy's got it pretty, I can boat flip him. He's a little dude. Now that fish definitely tried to eat that whole thing. Barely got the back hook up in the roof of his mouth. These hooks are so small. They come unhooked easy, they're just hard to see which way you need to get them. There we go. So, nothing big yet, but man, that was quick. Was that like 2 casts in a row? I'm not even recording. I'm talking about how good a deal I got going on here. And look, caught this huge fish. Oh my God, they're skinnier than heck. I think they're not feeding up yet is what's going on. I think I just found it. Look at that skinny fish. I think they're still in that scrawny summer. Their metabolism is up, they're not feeding right, and they're about ready to get on a huge feeding frenzy. But that is a huge fish. I thought I was recording, I guess I wasn't. I switched. I haven't had any luck on the little stuff, so I switched to, you know, just normal gear. That big buzzbait, that's hard to beat. So let me get a quick pick, and I'd like to take this guy up to Denny's and get him some food. That would be a 4-pound easy, maybe bigger. That fish probably only weighs 3. We'll get a weight and see what he weighs. Okay. I'm keeping him in the water, just pulled him out. Scale zeroed out. 3 pounds, 2 ounces. That is still 3 pounds, 2 ounces. That would easily be over 4. You see how skinny and scrawny? Let me try to show you the, he's gonna jump. The backside. See how skinny that fish is? Let's get him back in the water. But that, at 3 pounds, 2 ounces, that skinny, that is a big bass. Just needs to, I don't know, looks plenty. You know, no other signs of anything wrong with it other than just it's so freaking scrawny. I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't think that any bass, as much little fish as you see me catch, even little bass, I guess maybe it just needs to, the little bass need to be caught out of here. I don't know. Comment below what you guys think. Why was that bass so skinny at this time of year? Temps are dropping there. Ooh, definitely recording now. I don't know why or how I do that. I like stop and and I think it's the GoPro does it. I think I hit the button, but it doesn't activate. Because I was talking about how I fished all that area with them littler buzzbaits and nothing. I tried, on the little buzzbaits, I tried the black one, kind of white looking colored one. See how there's fish up there? So if you, and even tried a purple one, nothing. Tried the popper, nothing through there. And here we're real shallow. It's only 2 foot. And just to verify that, yeah, right there's bottom. Like it's very, very, very shallow mud bottom kind of thing here. And there's grass scattered here and there. But anywhere in this area, woulda, coulda, shoulda kept some kind of fish. That fish would have been a lot of fun on the ultralight, but I'd probably still be fighting it. And the reason I'm throwing this bigger bait, like I was explaining earlier, is mainly because once you do get, you know, BFS is limited. I can't just make bomb casts with BFS gear. A 1/2 ounce bait will just travel further than an 1/8 ounce bait. It's just that simple. And so I can get them cast in that skinny water real shallow without getting up in there and spooking. You know, it's more of a chance of spooking. I mean, I could work my way up somewhat, but I'd cover more area through sections like this. Now, working right along a bank, I don't think that the regular gear has any advantage over BFS, but for these big, long, flat areas, you know, you can just cover more ground with water, and we're kind of in a hurry. The sun's starting to pop up. Okay, let's get serious. There's a good cast. When that buzzbait doesn't tumble, it'll go a long ways. And I don't like to hold my rod. I like to keep my rod tip kind of up to help, so I can go a little slower with the buzzbait. If you go real low, you typically you have to reel a little bit faster if you hold your rod tip low. If you hold your rod tip up, just enough to where you can get a good hook set still, but you can go a little bit slower. I don't know what degree that is, 30 degrees, something like that. I don't like to keep it level or below level. I like to keep it just up. There we go. That's a big one. There we go. That's a good one too. Oh boy. Get big bass, boy. Get on, kids off. Oh, that's a good one. That's the biggest of the day. We've already caught a 3-pounder. That's a 4 maybe. That's a fat one, I think. That fish is kicking and jumping. Yeah, that's a good one. It's the biggest one we had, but it is fat. It ain't skinny. Look at that fish gonna jump. I'll try to throw that bait. Don't throw that bait. Don't you throw that bait. Get over here. Oh, yes. Of course, old Greg throws it out there. You know, while he's talking, he's like, you know, Well, I don't miss many fish. And you can see like he had a hit, and I mean he boom sets that hook, you know, the hook sets they got, and boom, missed it, and he's like, missed him. And just went on about his business. It was so freaking funny. Oh my God, I started instantly cracking up because I just know how it is, and it's true. He is a good jig fisherman, but oh my God, just when you have that happen, like, you know, you're like, I don't miss many fish on this, and you will miss, trust me. It's just one of those things. It was funny. Oh well, let's keep that in. All right guys, I'm gonna put an end to this video. It's a little short topwater video. I know you guys tend to like the shorter videos, but basically what we had happen today, this morning. Now stay tuned, I'm gonna jump back out here, and I'm back to where I started. I caught some right here and some right up there, but I've circled this whole thing and went back around with buzzbaits. You don't see the footage because I didn't catch anything else. But kind of where it shallows up on the little pocket is where I did have luck. So I'm gonna go and be looking forward to that footage in another video, but I'm gonna go into those areas with something similar to this, but the chatterbaits. I'm gonna probably try, because what happened today, this big one is what produced over the little ones. I threw the little black, a purple, and the let me see the purple one, and a white one, and the size difference, and these just did not do as good as this. You saw the couple big ones we caught. So sometimes BFS, you know, isn't the way to go. You know, don't be afraid if you are going out and you're just in that mindset that, you know, oh, the conditions are going to be tough, so I'm going to want to downsize. Sometimes you want to stick with the tried and true, you know, normal size baits. That buzzbait is a tried and true topwater killer. So anyway, I hope you liked that video. I tried the little poppers in different colors too. You don't see any of that footage, but I tried the bright colored popper, the light colored ghostly popper. Nothing. So I'm gonna get my normal size chatterbaits and those little you saw me using the micro chatterbait. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna probably come up here right now. I'll start the video doing in here, but then I'm gonna go up into the shallows where that whole one shallow area is nothing like that. It's nothing but like what's up there. So it's like flat 1 to 2 foot of water really for just a long span with grass mixed in, and chatterbait should get through there fairly decent. You know, I'll just find that slow speed. I don't want to go any faster than I have to. Keep the blade chattering and not actually getting caught in the grass, and try both sides chatterbaits. Be looking for that video. And then on this one, I guess what we learned is like what I said. There's nothing really more to discuss on topwater. You know, you guys know topwater. When you're out early morning, evening, sometimes just all day long, it doesn't hurt to throw a topwater bait. You see them splashing at stuff, and it works. Stay tuned. I got more stuff coming up on the rods and reels, mainly from AliExpress. On the high-end stuff, I will talk real quick before I get out of here. What I've done the damage on today, if I haven't talked about it. That's the 803C NRX, which means it means it's 80 inches and 3 power. So 80 inches adds up to 6'8". So it's 6 foot 8 inches long, 3 power, which I think equates to like a medium heavy. But it's typically, I'd say most medium heavies don't have quite as soft a tip. It's kind of soft, then gets into hard backbone. So that's the rod. The reel, that's just the old 2015 Aldebaran 50. Nothing's changed other than I run straight braid and I changed the handle. Stock bearings, everything. I honestly have never serviced this reel. I bought it used. I've had it a few years now. I don't use it heavily, but I use it a lot. And I probably need to break it down and go ahead and re-oil it. You know, put the oil in the bearings, put the grease on the gears, and get it going again as far as smooth and as good as it was. So I do hear a gear sound a little bit, and the gears are probably dry, but I mean it's still working fine. It's as smooth as it ever was, probably more free than it ever was. And it'll throw down. I can throw a 16th ounce shaky head with this rod and reel combo. I can throw these 1/2 ounce. I can throw the 3/4 ounce. So if you're looking for high-end rods, you cannot knock the NRXs, but are they worth the money? I don't know. You tell me. I bought 3 of them, if you guys remember back in the whole tax